All right, questions for Jordan.
I guess March Madness kind of came a little early for you guys. I'm curious, the last 10 days, both the good and bad, has it meant anything to this team? Has it changed anything? Has it recalibrated you guys? Anything like that?
Oh yeah, we had two tough games, and another one at home. UNLV was a tough one too. Just going down this back half of the stretch of the season, we're just trying to finish out strong. So it hasn't really changed anything. I think we're more locked in, knowing that from now on, every game we play is for a championship.
What do you like about what you guys did in Colorado Springs that you hope to kind of propel you, obviously, into this one and into Vegas?
I think our offense was really going. It was really flowing. We hit a lot of threes. I think with 9 in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. But just carry over that offensive firepower, hopefully into the next game. Peak at the right time. Getting into the tournament time now.
Yeah, you guys came back to have a great senior season and have fun, but you guys came back for March. I think it's probably safe to say. Do you lock into like playoff intensity or playoff mode engaged, as LeBron might say?
Yeah, you could say so. Because even this game on Saturday is for the regular season championship. So, like I said, each game is for a championship. So now you're playing for higher stakes. You're playing for higher things now.
I think at the beginning of the year, people would have been surprised if we said you guys would be playing for a share of the conference title in the last game of the regular season. Are you disappointed about that? Are you glad that the last game means something, but at the same time you don't want to share? What's the feeling toward that?
Conference title is a conference title to me. So if I can go out with a conference title either way, I'll be happy. So I have no complaints on my part.
Jordan, at some point did it sink in after that Air Force game that you had a final appearance coming at Lawler? After 100+ games in a Pac uniform last time, or is that starting to sink in now, or could you tell us about that?
Yeah, it did sink in. When I was on the plane, I was just thinking like, dang, this is my last time playing in front of the home crowd, and it kind of hit me. It was just weird to think like the 4 years have gone by so fast here, and just I enjoyed my time here, but it's crazy to think that my last time playing in front of the home crowd is coming on Saturday.
Now, in my opinion, your cheering that you get is about 2% more than the other guys, and theirs is loud. but you seem to have connected over these seasons with Northern Nevada. Would you agree with that assessment?
I love it here. Like, I consider it home. It's great being in the community and great being a part of this whole thing. So I'm really gonna miss it when I'm going. I might cry. I might cry senior night. Just a heads up.
What do you think the emotions are going to be when you walk out there before the game with your mom?
It'll definitely be high. That's without doubt. I think it'll be like just a really nostalgic feeling as I'm going out there for my last time. I can't really say too much because it hasn't happened yet, but that's kind of what I envision right now.
You learned anything from other guys' senior days on how to balance those emotions and still the task at hand of winning a championship? Mm-hmm. You guys have to play well in the game after the emotional pregame ceremony.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I think the biggest thing is like just because it's senior day, so like why not just give it your absolute all? Like just leave it all out there because this. Literally your actual last time to do it, especially in front of the home crowd. So, that's really the biggest thing I'm looking at is just playing as absolute hard as I can, especially last time doing it in front of the home fans.
I don't think it'd be a stretch to say this is the best senior class in Wolfpack basketball history. What do you want the legacy of these 7 guys to be when fans think back on this class 10, 15 years from now?
Hopefully we can go down as one of the best teams ever. So that's the goal, but we still have ways to go for that. But that's the end goal.
I know it's senior night. You don't get to make speeches, but if you were able to make a speech and thank your mom, because I know you've really talked about her in the past. Mm-hmm. What would you say if you were able to, like right now, you can make that speech to your mom? What would you say?
Thank you for putting up with me for 16 years when I was at home. Thank you for always believing in me. Always having my back no matter what. And just raising me the way you did. So that's what I'd say.
And anything to Danielle Musselman? I interviewed her last night. She talked about all of you being kind of like her kids and a second family. Anything you'd say to her?
Oh yeah, shout out to her for my media training. Yeah.
When you think about your decision to come here, obviously it paid off very well. Why do you think it has worked out as well as it has, and what do you think now of that decision, 5 years or 4 years down the road?
I think just because Musk being the visionary that he is, he really believed in a dream, and he really worked hard to make it happen. I think when I saw that in my visit, it made me want to work just as hard and then try to match that and try to make my dreams happen. And I think that's really the biggest thing is that everyone who's come here and has been a part of the program has really worked as hard as they could to get the program to where it is.
Kind of like a co-headliner for the senior class with the Martin twins. What have those two meant to the program and to you as a teammate?
They meant a lot, and they're my guys. It's been great playing with them. And I'm gonna miss it when it's all said and done, but they've meant absolute like I can't even put into words how much they meant to the program, and they're just really exciting to play with, and I think they really revitalized Wolfpack basketball as well.
You guys all had an opportunity to try and go to the NBA. I imagine no regrets coming back for your senior season. What's been your most memorable or thankful moment of having the senior season?
Yeah, definitely no regrets. But most memorable, I would probably say the Arizona State comeback. Being a season, that was pretty dope. And hopefully, if we can get this game on Saturday, winning third in a row conference championship.
You remember your first game at Lawler?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it was against Loyola Marymount, and it went well. I think we won by like 20. But I just remember I was so nervous to play in front, like for the regular season. And I remember, yeah, the exhibition game was actually San Francisco State, and I was like 1 of 10, and I just remember I played so bad.
Things have changed a little bit.
Each game that you guys or each season you won the conference title, it came down to this final game. Do you have emotions and memories from those past 2 years this week?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You know, especially reflecting on my sophomore year, the first time we did it against Colorado State, I remember just being so amped up and just ready for this game, and I kind of feel that way, but like 10 times more. So it's a great feeling to have, honestly.
And now that you're that senior and the guys that you looked up to, is it weird to think that there's 7 of you this year in this class?
Yeah, it really is. It's just crazy. Like, I mean, we have 10 guys traveling, 7 more seniors, and it's like our last time doing this. So it really makes you a closer group to realize like you really have to come together at the end down the stretch, because after this game from here on out, it's just one game you're done pretty much.
You're going to leave here as a college graduate, you're going to leave here as a father. How have you changed just as a person during your time in Nevada?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
How have you changed as a person during your time in Nevada?
I've matured a lot. Obviously, you know, having a kid does that, so that's definitely one way out for sure. But just that, and just became a lot more cognizant of a lot of things in life, and I just definitely changed for the better. But being out here impacted me a lot more than just basketball-wise. So it's I just changed better. I just changed the better for sure.
How's your hand?
That was fine.
Are you at liberty to discuss what was potentially said to you? Obviously, we know you wouldn't react the way you did if it wasn't something flagrant.
No, yeah, I'm not.
Is that something that you guys have totally moved past? Did it spark you guys at all? Is there any kind of?
No, I mean we just moved past it. It's like it is what it is. It's in the past now. So.
I think that speaks to the maturity of your group. How important has that been throughout the year to have so much mature bodies and minds in that locker room?
It's been really important. You know, after you lose a game, you just have to move on and get ready for the next one. You can't harp on it. It's just now you just got to take on the next challenge and the next opportunity. So I think that's really big from the mature standpoint of our group.
Have crowds changed since you started playing when you go away? Have the crowds, like fans, changed maybe because you're the team to watch? Does it feel like they're shouting louder? Do you hear more things being said to players? Is it a different atmosphere in the stands than it was a couple years ago?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, like I feel like every place we go is sold out now. It's I like it. I like playing in front of big crowds. So I mean, it just comes with the territory of, you know, being a marquee team, and you just have to be ready for that and know the crowd is going to be into it. And the biggest thing you have to try to do is try to get the crowd out early if you can.
Jordan, you're never the tallest guy on the floor. You usually finish with the most rebounds. And I've always been curious, is that positioning, is it instinct, is it just the repetition in practice? What makes you a rebounder at 6'7"?
Really just instinct. It's kind of just off reaction. So, like, I can't really, like, say how I do. I just kind of just go for it.
Thanks, Jordan.
I assume you'll be walking out with your mom before the game. What do you feel like the emotions will be when you do that, especially with somebody who's meant so much to you?
It'll definitely be bittersweet, you know, just because walking out there, it's going a lot of memories and stuff will come, you know, emotions will come with it. Just knowing how much, you know, we've been through since we've been here, and some of the great things that we've done with the teams that we've been here, and you know, and also being able to appreciate the time I've been here and look around and have all the fans there and see the support that we have and see how that's grown since we've been here too. So and then also have my mom in attendance too is going to be a really good thing, just to be able to share that moment with her. So definitely be, you know, probably high emotions going on, but just really it's one of those times just want to soak it in and just you know, just kind of admire.
You don't get to make a senior speech, but if you did, you know, what would you say to your mom?
I mean, obviously, just that I appreciate everything she's done, and you know, being strong while we've been out here and be able to catch every game on TV. And, you know, thank you for everything she's done for us to put us in the position we are today. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I try to keep it short and sweet.
Remember your first game at Lawler?
Say it again?
Do you remember your first game at Lawler?
First game, I think it was Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't play. I think I had 10 points, shot the ball poorly. I had a dunk, but it wasn't the best game, but it's kind of one of those things where I was like, dang, like it was like knocking the rust off crazy, you know, trying to get back into the groove of it. But it was just fun to be able to play in front of a crowd again, and you know, the crowd, you know, it wasn't, the fans weren't, the stadium wasn't packed or anything. So I was like, damn, we gotta make sure we gotta do a lot better to get people in the building. So it was one of those things that it was definitely you know, a starting for us, and we just want to make sure we did everything we can during the season to get people in the building.
When you look back on that, and I've asked you this before, but how much pride do you guys hold in knowing that you're getting 11,000, you're getting record crowds every night, and obviously you guys are the big fish in town again?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome just to be able to, you know, to play in front of a crowd like that consistently, and you know, we give a lot of credit to our fans too, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's their choice whether they want to walk into the building or not. So we're grateful, and we appreciate everybody who, you know, who spends money on a ticket or you know, finds the time and schedules us in to be able to come to our games and clap for us and get loud or whatever it is that they do to you know, to make the place a special place to be on any given night that we're playing. So I mean, yes, I mean, without the fans, I mean, Lawler wouldn't be Lawler. So it's been fun.
I think it's probably a surprise that the last game of the year means something for you guys, and to share a title. I don't know if many would have predicted that. How do you guys feel about knowing that there's so much on the line in this game? I'm sure you guys are used to sharing growing up, and I don't know if you'd like to share these kind of things. What's the feeling about that?
Definitely don't like to share these type of things. But I mean, it is what it is, and you know, it's still at the end of the day that we can still, you know, win a championship and win a title. So that's the goal, and you know, we don't like to think that there's too much on the line. We just got to play. I mean, we're supposed to play like there's something on the line every night, which there is, especially whenever you are the bigger team in the conference and people are, you know, trying to grab at you the whole entire season. So we've been trying to play like that the whole entire season. So I don't think it's anything that's much different. We just would love to cut down the net.
So Caleb, with one final home game coming up, and there might be some first-time fans in attendance, I'm curious, could you give us the definitive scouting report on your brother?
On my brother? I don't know. He's shooting the ball a lot better now. So I'm not gonna say back up, make him shoot no more, because he's knocking them down. So I don't know. I don't know who else is watching this thing. So I don't really want to get with a scouting report. They just gonna have to find out. So I'm not gonna say anything.
That was very professional of you.
What has the Nevada chapter of your career meant to you?
I mean, it's meant everything. Just with the people I've ran into since I've been here, the relationships I've had since I've been here, and I mean, it's meant everything to put me in a position that I am today. And you know, that goes down from my teammates to the coaching staff, you know, the strength coaches, to the fans, to you know, just anybody, the community. You know, just how well that they, you know, put us out there and allow us to represent our community and our program in a certain way every night, and just no matter the outcome of a game, that people are still behind us. You know, it's just like the feeling that our program and our community is just grateful for, you know, us to be, you know, just grateful for us to play and try to win for them every time that we're on the court. I mean, it's been fun, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Has it hit you yet that the games are starting to wind down now that it's March, that this, you know, who knows when the last time is you might play with your brother?
Yeah, I've definitely thought about that too. Obviously, I know it was coming anyways, but yeah, it's starting to hit me a little bit more. I'm sure it will on senior night too, just because I know it's the last time I'll be in Lawler, so I know for sure it'll be the last time we play together in here. You know, so just really trying to take advantage of every minute that we have together on the court, and just make the most of it, and you know, really just try to do what we can to go out on a good note.
I know a lot of talk is about senior night, but there's obviously a game to play. What is it about you guys that brings out the best in San Diego State?
I mean, I don't really know what it is. I mean, you know, sometimes you can kind of tell they're one of those teams that they want to play. It depends on who they play is if they want to turn on or not. It seems like it's kind of been the case like that for the last couple of years for them when it comes to us. And I really don't know what it is about us. I don't know if they just like playing against us or they eat something special food before the game, or the night before the game when it comes to us. But I don't really know. I mean, I think they do a good job of scouting us and trying to switch things up and throw curveballs at us too. So I'm tired of the curveballs getting us. So we're gonna do our part and try to do the best that we can and to get ready for this game and eat our special food the night before.
You've technically never lost a game at Lawler since you sat out the one that you guys did lose last year. I mean, what would it mean to you to leave here and never having lost in that building?
I'll be able to hang it over his head and say I'm undefeated in here. So, but nah, I mean, it would be fun. Hopefully, I can, get out of here with a record. I feel like Floyd when I leave here. So that'd be pretty dope. Just to say that, I haven't lost a game in here. So it'd be pretty cool if I could do that. So make sure you do your job and help me out. So.
You had Jordan up here just a few minutes ago. I know it's hard to do 2 years in a few sentences, but what can you tell us what Jordan's meant to you in the program?
As y'all can see, I mean, just the energy he brings every time we play. Like you said, he's like not always the biggest guy on the court, but he plays like the biggest guy on there, grabbing rebounds, diving on loose balls or whatever it is. He's trying to do everything he can to help us win, and he's just consistent. So, but not only just on the court, but the attitude he brings with us off the court. Man, he's such a good dude. He's so easygoing. He's funny. Like he's easy to be around, and you couldn't ask for a better teammate and a harder worker to have on your team. So, I'm grateful for him, and he's been a really, really huge piece. Really huge piece in what we've done since we've been here from last year, from the time I've got to play with him. So, he's just. He's a perfect teammate I could ask for when I got here. So,
do you think there's a little extra motivation at practice these next few days, just knowing with senior day and there's so much on the line, and the last time you guys played San Diego State didn't turn out how you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, there should be. I mean, if anybody doesn't feel like there needs to be any extra anything going into practice or whatever it is, learning your personnel for your scout or whoever it is that you're guarding, then then I'm sure they won't be probably playing a lot of minutes whenever the game comes, and I'm sure they'll hear it from the older guys too. So, there's gonna definitely be extra motivation for that, just because everybody wants to go out on a good note, and just losing the game against them last time is enough motivation for us, to play the next game anyway. So, there'll definitely be some extra pushes and making sure everything's down to a T.
Anything you'd say to Danielle Musselman? She talks about the team as being kind of her second shoulder. Anything you'd say to her having an impact on the team and your season? Oh
yeah, she's definitely been like the mom away from home, just looking out for us, and every time being really generous and nice to us, and giving us cookies and snacks for Halloween or Christmas and stuff like that. That she gives us the love that we can't get when we're away from home. So. And I'm really appreciative of her and everything that she's done for us, and how she looks out for us, like we are children and stuff like that. So but just the positive energy that she brings to the games and and to practice whenever she comes and whenever she's in attendance. So it's always been great to see her, and we appreciate everything she's done for us on the way.
She said she told you all that when you get married, she gets to come to your weddings.
Oh yeah, she's invited. Yeah, everybody's invited. Everybody's invited.
Anything else for Caleb?
Yeah, obviously a big reason you guys came back was this month. Do you go LeBron and activate playoff mode, or do you change? Do you have to keep things the same, or do you have to rise that intensity a little bit?
Obviously everybody's game's got to rise, because everybody's game when it gets to March, everybody's gonna be playing unbelievable. Everybody's gonna be playing their best basketball. So everybody as a group is gonna have to activate. So I'm looking forward to who we get to match up with, and but I'm more worried about this next game and the conference tournament in Vegas. So that's what I'm really worried about, is just taking a game at a time, and worry about our conference tournament, because I think people kind of overlook that and kind of look straight to March. But I'm just trying to win the conference right now. But definitely, like, when it does come, when we are looking at March and stuff like that, we definitely need to. Everybody needs to up their play, including myself, and it's not about the I and anybody. It's definitely about just what do we do in order to figure out a way to advance. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Questions?
There's been a lot of great senior classes that come through this school, and you guys probably have the best ever. How do you want fans to remember this senior class?
When it comes to remembering this senior class, I just want people to remember us as just good character people, hardworking, just kind of people that like to give back, not necessarily, one of the, a group that necessarily just keeps to themselves all the time and doesn't, give back and isn't thankful and stuff like that. I just want to be remembered as hardworking. I came here and did what I had to do and just entertain them and, make sure that they had fun and they had a good experience along with us and, that they were with us along on the journey and, from when we first got here. And I think that we've been doing that. I think that, our community has done a great job of, coming to the games. They're really supporting us no matter the outcome, whether we win or lose. And we just got to be thankful and really thankful for them and what they've done for us.
When you guys went to look to transfer to, restart your careers, I can't imagine you would envision anything better than this.
Yeah.
I guess what is this 2 years in Nevada, this chapter kind of meant to you?
I mean, it's been perfect. Like, with the ups and the downs, couldn't ask for a better situation, couldn't ask for a better team, staff, the teammates I've had, the community, the support that we've had here and away. It was scary. Transferring is something that is scary because it's uncertain, it's unpredictable, and you just don't know. And but I think for the most part, I know that it's been a great situation for us and a great transition. I couldn't ask for a better situation. Even if we didn't have the success, the people that I met, the relationships I've created with people, and the support that we've had since we've been here. I mean, it's just been amazing, and couldn't ask for a better situation.
What do you remember about your first game in this building?
Not too much, to be honest with you, because like Caleb was saying, I don't think I played that well either. Because it's kind of just really tough because I felt like I hadn't played in forever, and it's definitely different. Game speed is different when you go out there and you're practicing and you're working out, and you can do that a billion times a day. But once you get in the game, it's just completely different. Game speed is different. How you react is different. But all I know is that I was really excited. I was really, really nervous, but I was excited, and it was, I just knew it was a new start for me and a new chapter. And I was really excited to come out here and play in front of a new place and a new community, and just to see that transition to how it is now, it's been really amazing.
Yeah, you got to hold a lot of pride knowing that you guys have really risen this thing back to where it belongs, and now you're getting pretty much every seat filled. I mean, how much do you hold? How much are you aware of how important you guys have been to this town?
I mean, we're aware, but I think the biggest thing is you had guys like Cam and them that really laid the foundation. Even the people before them have done a great job of doing that before we got here, and I think that with us coming here and kind of just we're just being ourselves, coming here, playing hard, and making sure that we give everything we can back to the community with our hard work, and just making sure, whether it's just being good character people when we're out and whatever, taking pictures, signing autographs, whatever the case is, just finding a way to give back to them because we know that it wouldn't be possible without them. And, I've had a great time since I've been here, and I know I still, from this point forward, I still will, whether I'm playing or not. I think that, the people here really appreciate what we've done for them, and, it goes both ways. We really appreciate everything they've done for us, and, man, like, I can't believe it's almost over, but, it's going quick, and I know it would, but I guess it's corny, but time does fly when you're having fun, so.
How do you think your mom's going to feel at the game on Saturday?
She's going to be emotional. I already know her, but she's going to be emotional, and I think the reason she's going to is just to see us kind of where we started and where we were, and kind of how we're in and off, and knowing how much has went into it, and how much stuff that, that not only us, but she sacrificed, and just knowing that we wouldn't be here without her. And I think the biggest thing is that she's able to see our last game, and I know it's a lot of, she works a lot, and it's a lot of money to come out here, so it's not like she can come out here every weekend. But for her to even, I know she wouldn't miss it for the world, but I mean, it just means a lot that she would set the time, her, her work schedule and things like that, time and money to come out here and watch us play. And, I'm always thankful that, I can see my mom whether I'm playing or not. So I already know she's gonna be emotional, but it's gonna be really, really cool to see, and for her to go out there on the court and see all the, all the support that we've had since we've been here. And she hasn't really been here to experience that, but she knows, and we tell her, and she knows that this community and fan base really has our back, and I think it's gonna be just really emotional for her to see that.
Well, you know where she's sitting? Will you be able to make eye contact with her a couple times during the game?
For the most part, yeah, I do know where she's sitting, and if I don't see her out here, so. Yeah, some stuff that I can't repeat, and some stuff, just some supporting words, just being there for us, and just letting us know that she's there, which I will know for sure, and y'all will too. But just having fun with it.
Do you ever make a basket for her and point to her?
All the baskets are for her.
Do you remember senior night last year and thinking this is going to be me and my brother?
Yeah, it was just, it's one of those things that you're sitting there and you're like, man, that's crazy that, they're about to be gone, blah, blah, and you don't think it's going to be you, and then, and then it's here, and then, on Saturday it'll be our last time here, playing in here, and it's going to be really hard to kind of wrap my head around, just because I feel like I've been here for so long, but at the same time I feel like it's went by so fast, and I don't know, it's going to be really, really cool to see, and to really take that all in. And I just know that I don't know, like, I really appreciate what what this whole community and my staff, my teammates has done for me, and I just know it wouldn't be possible without them. So I think it's just gonna be one of those moments that I'm gonna be really, really thankful for.
You might say March Madness came a little early for you guys. I'm curious what the first week of this month on and off the court has just meant for this team, and has it recalibrated you guys at all, or do you guys just kind of power through it?
Just kind of just power through it, because you can't really sit there and dwell on anything. I think, kind of like they were saying earlier, like y'all were saying earlier, just the maturity with our team, kind of just making sure that we focus on what's in front of us, because we don't really have time to dwell on what happened, and we don't really have, we just have to make sure we have to focus on what's in front of us, and, once that happens, just keep moving. And I think that we're doing a really, really good job of that, and I think that our experience and our group and our team and our age really has a lot to do with it, and, just the maturity level that we have as a team and as a staff, I think it just really takes us a long way.
To have this last game mean a whole lot more than just celebrating you guys and avenging a loss earlier in the season, for it to be for a conference championship. Maybe we probably wouldn't have seen this coming at the beginning of the year, but it is where we're at. How do you guys feel about just knowing that so much is on the line and it's a great opportunity?
I mean, I think it's really cool. I mean, obviously it's not a particular situation that we'd want to be in. I wish we could have just took care of business when we needed to, but it is what it is. We're here. We just have to make sure that we are focused, and like Caleb was saying earlier, I don't think we're gonna need any extra motivation going into the game. I think it's gonna be a really, really good game. They got a really good team and good staff, and like Caleb was saying, they throw us a lot of curveballs here and there. We just have to make sure we're on our toes, and I think it's gonna be really, really fun, and I think it's gonna be a competitive game, and I think that we end up playing better with our backs against the wall anyway. So it's one of those things that we just have to make sure we come in ready to take care of business. And, as long as we're prepared and, like we are every single game, I think we'll be fine.
Has it hit you yet that the games are winding down with your brother?
Yeah, I think it hit me when conference started. It just goes by really, really fast. And, we already knew that, that time was coming to an end, and that we would only have but so many games to play with each other on the court and stuff like that. But, it just allows us to understand and embrace the time that we got left with each other, and, just go out there and try to win games. We don't really try to focus on, personal-wise what we have going on, because, we want to win games, and we want to just find any way that we can to advance, and whether that's, Saturday, or whether that's in the conference tournament, or whatever the case is. So it's just really just take advantage. The biggest thing for us is take advantage of that time, and the best way to take advantage of it is just to go out there and play 100%, and, I think success will do that for us. So.
What have Danielle and Mariah meant to the program or to your time here?
They might be the face of the program. You know, they've been huge pieces to our team, and you know, like Caleb was saying earlier, it's like our second mom, you know, away from home, and you know, bringing us stuff on holidays, and you know, we're not able to get back home and you know, celebrate with our family and things like that. I think, you know, they always come in and they bring us, you know, cookies or whatever the case is, and I probably eat too many of them. But you know, it's just something that they bring to us, you know, out of generosity. They don't have to do that, so it just really speaks to their character too, and it just shows how family oriented we are as a team and as a staff. And I think that they've meant a lot to us since we've been here.
Kind of following up on Shannon's question, you know, there's thousands of basketball players across the country, and almost none of them get to play with their brother.
Right.
Is there a way? Can you condense that for us? Tell us what it's like on the court to have your flesh and blood out there with you.
I don't really know. It's just different because, you know, like you have a certain kind of connection with your teammates that it's hard to explain anyway. So then when I have my twin brother out there playing with me, it's just a whole different kind of connection that we have. And, you know, we've been playing with each other for so long that we kind of already know that we're what each other's doing, what each other's thinking. I already know when he's going to shoot the ball, so I start running to the rim, which it could be every time. But I already know for the most part his game, and he knows my game. And I think that's what why we complement each other so well. And you know, it really helps. It really helps when it comes to stuff that isn't even basketball related. And I think that me and Caleb try to do a good job of just being there for our teammates. You know, not only just for each other, but you know, I think it's a good outlet for our teammates as well. And I don't really know. It's just a different kind of connection that we have going on. But you know, I wouldn't trade it for the world. So.
About a month from now, you guys will move on and try and make an NBA dream happen in a different city. I guess, what will you remember most about Reno?
I mean, there's a lot. Honestly, I think the biggest thing about Reno is how much not only me, but like they embraced us as well, because it's just a different feel. Like I've never been to a place like this where, you know, people are looking at me crazy when I say it's a big city, but where I'm from, this is a big city. But I think the biggest thing for us is just how welcoming it was, and you know, how family, like I say all the time, but it is family oriented. It's close. As big as a town I think it is, it's a really small town, and I think that they give us a bunch of sports since we've got here, and I think it's been awesome to see the transition, to see how much people really were just waiting on something to happen, and just waiting for our program to really boost up. And I think, you know, they were a big part of that. Our community was a huge part of why we are where we are today. So I don't know, like it's been really different. It's like when I first got here, I was very unsure and didn't know what to expect, and then, you know, it was a really, really easy transition. So we really appreciate that.
Maybe the thing you're most proud of? I mean, obviously the wins and all that stuff is cool, but just to be able to bring a community together around one rallying point, and that being you and your teammates, is maybe what you're more proud of than just the titles and stuff like that? For
sure. Like, I mean, winning championships are always, you know, that's, you know, why we came here. That's what we came here to do initially. But then once you're here and then you see how much of an influence and impact that you have on people's lives around Reno, and when you go around, you know, people are excited to take pictures with you or whatever the case is, or just talk to you or whatever the case is. I mean, it's been really, really cool to see. And, you know, that, you know, the championships and accolades are meaningful, but I don't think it's as meaningful as the impact in people's lives, or just allowing people, you know, there's people that come up to us and say, I haven't been to a game in X amount of years, and I started coming, now I don't miss a game. And I think that's just really cool to give back in that kind of way, just to give something back to the community that they've been waiting on, to entertain them in some sort of way, and, you know, just have that support from them. And it just shows us how impactful we are to them as much, you know, as they are to us. So.
Were you and your brother good sharers growing up? I know you don't like to share conference titles, but was there a particular item that you guys always fought over or anything like that?
Not a particular one. I mean, I'm wearing his shoes right now. But, yeah, I mean, we're getting better. We've gotten better at sharing, but I won't say that we were the sharing type of people. But,
Yeah, I can't really say that we're the best shares.
I was actually going to ask about your shoes. What?
Yeah, they're his. He's a dude with all the kicks. I just wear them. He's got to be
What size?
15. They are. So I'll buy him here and there, but for the most part, he's a dude with all the kicks, and I just wear him, and that just saves me some money.
Thanks, Cody.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.